This is the Lawrence County Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL championship game.
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the four-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions.
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Vegas and Maples keeping themselves coming near side. Can they hit him? No! He got in! He's down! Wilmington has won the state championship!
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt for Laurel Spartans three-peat.
And the Shannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County Sportsnet. Good morning from Hess Ice Rink here in Newcastle. It is the 12U PAHL Minor Gold Championship game here this morning as the 2-seed Arctic Foxes take on the 5-seed Cambria Warriors here in the championships. I'm James Dotson. Thanks for joining at LCSportsnet.com, Lawrence County Sportsnet powered by LCAP. Rob Nattel alongside to help out today with the production, all the sights and sounds here at LCSportsnet.com. We had 6 games yesterday. I think we got all the glitches out of the way. We think we're in great shape to be able to have this championship game this morning. 5-seed, a little bit of an upset special for Cambria. Take down the 4-seed in overtime in their first game. Tegan McGough able to get the game winner there. Then a victory as well in the semifinals against the 8th-seeded Yetis, making their way into today's championship. For the 2-seed, wearing the white, the Arctic Foxes, a convincing 5-1 victory in the quarterfinal match in the morning, featuring a hat trick from Leo Cecilia. 2 goals in that game as well from John Wright. The variety of scoring showing off as they also defeat the Lawrence County Lightning in the semifinals in a great 2-3 matchup. That score of 4-3. So we should have a fantastic one here on tap today. We're really going to take a look at these 2 goaltenders. Braylon Smith gave up 1 goal in the quarters. She's back between the pipes again now in the semifinals. And for Cambria, same thing. A goaltender in Brady Smiak who gave up just 1 goal in each of the 2 games. So very impressive work for him and the defense, but he's going to be especially up to the challenge for this, again, variety of scoring. 5 different players with 10-plus goals on the year. And the leading scorers coming into these playoffs, a pair of scorers with 12. So it's not like one player was up above everybody else. It's a chilly morning, as usual in any ice arena, but definitely here at Hess as well. Warmed up nicely through the day yesterday. Not too bad today, not like it was last time we were here. As I think Rob Nattel's still trying to thaw from the last time he did a game here. We covered a high school hockey game right after the new year between Wilmington and the Shannock. While we have a second, let's remind everybody of that. Our friends with the Trib Live High School Sports Network are going to be covering the PIHL High School Championships all through next week. The local team here, Lawrence County Lightning, playing here at Hess Ice Rink, as are the 2 Division II teams of Neshannock and Wilmington. Both made the semifinals. Neshannock back into the finals trying to repeat as D-True champions at the high school level. That's where we hope to see these kids someday. It's been a lot of fun covering them over the last 24 hours. And we're expecting to see some more fun and exciting hockey coming here today from Hess Ice Arena. Foxes are in their white uniforms. Again, they were the number 2 seed, actually tied for the number 1 seed, with a record of 16-3-1, and by far the most goals scored of any team. 94 goals scored in the regular season for the Foxes. As for Cambria, ended up with the number 5 seed but they were just 2 points out of being up in the 3 spot. So real tight for those spots 3 through 6. So not a terrible surprise at UC Cambria making their way all the way to the finals, scoring 56 goals on the year, though, in comparison. So definitely a more offensive team, as you've seen from the Foxes, so they also have given up the fewest number of goals on the season with just 29. Cambria, on the other end, giving up 39 goals on the season. Let's see if that'll help as we sit here from the perch at Hess Ice Rink. Again, the Foxes will be the home team as the top seed remaining. They're wearing the white uniforms. Cambria Warriors wearing the maroon as we pause for our national anthem. Sticks going on the ice. Kids ready to get this championship game underway. We're glad to bring it to you again here at lcsportsnet.com. Shout out to Coach Michael Page for the Warriors, Coach Joe Crana for the Arctic Foxes. Thanks to them and all the coaches this weekend, giving us some awesome information to be able to talk about these kids and about all the great stuff that we've been able to have with them as we get ready for this afternoon's game. With that, let's get underway. Ready for today's championship game. Face-off one going forward by the Foxes. Knocked off the puck quickly and getting back to it. That's Ian Benidi, excuse me. And entering the zone, but a step too far ahead of the play is a team from Cambria. Mentioned their coach Michael Page, just 20 years old. Hasn't graduated from college yet. But how about a 32-7-3 record in PAHL? And if you include tournaments, already 43 wins as a 20-year-old head coach. Love seeing young guys, recent graduates, giving back to the youth community. It's really fun to see, and really the kids connecting to it as well. I know great stuff being heard from him regarding that program. His team enters the offensive zone, pass a little bit out of the reach, and Rayna's going to take care of it there. Ryan Rayna now will dump it deep, and we'll see. It was a little bit slow starting in the morning games yesterday, too. Each of the first two games actually were scoreless in the first periods. This one tried to be held at the blue line, but skipped just a little bit too far. Johnson couldn't hold it in. We'll have an offsides call. In the face-off circle, Isabel King able to win it to the side. Like seeing both teams also just in the first minute of play here. Getting all the lines in. This shot ripped just wide by Mago. Centering pass looking for Mago. He had left the area. He tries to send it back to Keith. Ring, third player on this third line right now for Cambria. This one's sent off the boards, and it's going to go to the length of the ice for an icing call. It was Mago who had the game winner in overtime in the first game for Cambria, the 5-4 matchup, getting that 2-1 victory, then winning 4-1 over the Yetis, who were the big upset of the day, the 8 seed taking down the 1 in the 8 a.m. game yesterday. King able to win the draw there. Held in by Cambria, chased down in the corner by Williams for the Foxes. He loses possession, but King will bring it back around the net and look for an outlet. Goes right up the middle and will flutter it down the ice. Icing will be held off. Will be waved off, excuse me, at the 10:30 mark of the opening period. 12-minute periods here throughout the 12U playoffs. Cambria with some speed coming out of the zone. Good stick to knock it away, but goes right to a shot off the post. Great effort from Snyder, and he didn't miss by much over the glove hand of the goalkeeper. Braylon Smith saw it the whole way, but just a rising shot, rose about a quarter inch too high. There's a shot from King from distance, never got to the net. Going to be held in at the blue line there by Abigail Taylor. Now trying to poke at it at the defensive line is Cole Williams, unable to get it the first time, but those come back all the way. Forced to delayed offsides. Wait, or Cambria have to come and check up. Now they do. Guy running the zone. His shot blocked a couple of times. Back behind the net. Williams wraps it around, waiting for it is Perrott. Unable to handle it though. Another turnover with the forecheck. Good stick coming back by Perrott to knock it away with some help from Taylor. And it'll be just slapped up the ice by Crana. And this will likely be another icing call. Teams allowed to switch lines on the icing, unlike your collegiate and professional games. 9:20 remaining in the first period. It'll be Perrott in the face-off circle for the Foxes. Mago wins it, goes straight back. Rister is going to go high and wide from Kafaza. 2-on-2 battle in the corners. Going to be won by the Arctic Foxes, but held at the blue line momentarily by Cambria. Unable to retain possession, though, as trying to dump it in was Gusky. Down behind the net, one-on-one battle. I think we're going to have our first penalty of the game. We're going to get a whistle and a holding call likely against Damian Waddle. Haven't seen many penalties throughout the course of this tournament, which has been nice to see. This one is going to send a player to the box for Cambria in the first red zone power play. It wasn't 35, it was 95, excuse me, Wyatt Hurton. Face off one by Cambria. Stays in the zone momentarily, and now with some speed, a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Good stick coming back. Lutz able to knock it away. Just coming with speed right down the middle was the Cambria offense, and they're going to keep it in, dump it in a little bit more as Mago to waste some time on this 1-minute power play. Perrott skating from his own end. Goes side to side. He'll get inside the zone. Good nifty move to get around run defender. Won't be able to get around the second. It'll be a turnover coming back the other way. Again with speed will be the Warriors. Keith loses an edge as he enters the zone. And I think he actually ended up, well, he tried to stop because the puck had not come with him. It's an offsides call. 17 seconds remaining on the power play. 8:11 remaining in the opening period. There's Leo Cecilia, top scorer now on this Foxes team after his hat trick in the quarterfinal win. He wins the draw. Pushing forward there is Beniti. Cambria trying to get it out of the zone. Just 5 seconds remaining on the power play. They're able to do so, and they will kill the penalty. Sent back in by Cecilia as you see Horton check out of the box, goes straight to the bench, and coming out onto the ice will be that's Urena, I believe, who just came out off the bench. Battle in the corner. Knocking away once was Stanton. Now coming back and retreating. Good battle here at center ice. 7:30 remaining. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out here in the early stages of this first period. Good shot. Takes a bad bounce off the boards and going to lead to a turnover in the offensive zone. Wrist shot is going to slide its way in. And we'll have our first official shot on goal coming at the 7:15 mark. Save there by Smiak. Shot was put up by Beniti. Now they have officially one shot on goal apiece. Best scoring chance, though, came on the rising shot off the crossbar from Jackner. That's checked, I believe it was from Keith. Fox is coming back defensively. King able to get a piece of it. Now Nathan Johnson tries to get it out of the zone. Did not make it there. Wrist shot there from Gormish. Never got through. Still fighting near the blue line and winning it forward are the Cambria Warriors. Trying to go 1-on-3, going through a couple of defenders was ringed, but couldn't get through the third one. It'll be back out to center ice before it's sent in on an offsides call. Gormish sent it in before the team could get back into the offensive zone. Face off basically right where Gormish sent it in. Face off one forward by Cambria, but will be corralled by the defense. Stolen away though. Great read and a shot from Kafaza. Lifted up high. Great read though from the Warrior forward. Now this pass just a little bit off the mark as they were trying to find Hunter Hoffman. He fell to the ice. Now this one chipped up and rolling down the ice. Again, icing's going to be waved off. Lutz will take it around his defensive net. Goes up the far boards for Aiden Graff. Out to center ice. Good find to get it to Lewis Foster. He's dispossessed there. Coming back, though, by Mago. Shot towards the net. Never got all the way to Smiak. Now another chance just to exit the zone with 5:45 remaining in the opening period. Hoffman will come off the ice. Cecilia will check back on. Goes right over his stick. The puck jumped right over it. Back into the corner where Lutz will give chase again. Tries to go up the far boards, but good forecheck by Geyer to fight through it. Mago now fighting. But going to be controlled and taken out of the zone by the Foxes. Perrott gets around a defender at center ice and enters the offensive zone now. Only one shot apiece in the opening 7 minutes of play. Good defensive hockey game here for our 12U Minor Gold Championship. Graff, dangerous outlet right through the center, but it'll work out all right, but it might go a little too far. It will. Length of the ice for an icing call with 4:50 on the clock. While I have a moment, give a shout out to everybody again involved here at the Hess Ice Rink. Mark Butchie and company helping us get set up over these last 2 weeks. The first time ever Hess Ice Rink has been able to host these PAHL playoffs. It's been a lot of fun. 18U last week, Lawrence County Lightning repeating as champions. Here in the 12U game, 2 versus 5, Foxes and Warriors going at it. Beniti ushers it out towards center ice, but good job coming back by Snyder. The outlet pass, though, goes right off of Snyder. It's going to be a chance with an odd man rush going into the middle. Puck in the middle, that's in the net. Evan Stanton on the doorstep. Give the assist to Cecilia from behind the net. Stanton gets him on the board first. 1-0 Foxes. And that's all due to a good play back first from Jack Snyder, but then his defenseman, as he tried to just clear it back up the boards, ended up going off of a teammate. Really a bad bounce and a great play from Cecilia. Now we're going to have a whistle, and I think we're going to get a penalty against the Foxes here for a tripping call maybe. Delayed penalty as they wait to touch up. Net is empty with an extra attacker now on as Mago comes off the bench. This one's going to be flipped in deep and will be touched up eventually. There it is by Taylor, and I think it's going to be Taylor who's going to go to the box. Abigail Taylor will head to the sin bin with 4:01 remaining in this first period. Fifth goal of the year for Evan Stanton. Assist number 13 for Cecilia. 3:51 remaining on the in the period, excuse me. 45 seconds remaining on the minor. Here's a shot, took a deflection, Urena right there on the doorstep, but it just bounced slowly away. There's a high shot from Mago. Save made again by Smith. Couple big saves for Braylon Smith. Good stick lift from Ring's going to get an opportunity, but loses it just as quickly as Reyna stick lift right back. This one high off the chest of Smith, and another save made. 4 saves now in the early going, down to 10 seconds remaining on the power play, 3:10 remaining in the first period. Wrap around the boards right beneath us. Urena got a piece of it, but Reyna's going to come in and send it out to center ice, and a penalty will expire. Off the boards, corralled there by Isabel King. Tries to go up those far boards. Good job to pinch down by Ring. Johnson slaps it around, and it's going to wrap towards the blue line. Good pinch there from the Cambria defense. Shot towards the net, deflected off its path defensively by Reyna. Doing battle with Mago. Mago ends up getting it right through the front of the net. So he's going for Ring, just a little bit behind him. Wasn't able to get the stick to the backhand quite quickly enough. Urena, another good steal in the open ice of the attacking zone. Mago takes a look over his shoulder, tries to rip one towards the net, deflected down there by Crana. Now Hoffman coming with speed, and he's going to go into an offsides position. He had to make one last move with the stick. So both teams 0 for 1 on the PK. 2:09 remaining in the first period. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the Warriors, and frankly, Cambria Warriors 3 shots on that power play, 3 pretty good looks, but unable to get that equalizer. Hoffman and Parada 2-on-2, but they lose the battle. As coming forward now is Cambria. Tried to shoot it from the sharp angle, but Kafaza ended up losing possession of it. Kind of fanned on the shot. Graff now goes up towards center ice, passing a little off the mark, and sent right back in where Lewis Foster has it. Trying to gain center line. They're going to send it in as Graff. Took a couple of stabs at it before he could, but it does. In the middle there was Foster. Unable to get a clean shot towards the net. Again, only 2 shots taken by the Foxes in this opening period, but the 1-0 lead with 1:15 remaining in the first. Wrap around back to the far boards. Graff there waiting for it for the Arctic Foxes. Good outlet pass right to the middle to find Hoffman. Enters the zone with some speed. He'll take a little slapper. It's going to be blockered away and then saved and covered up by Smiak, and behind the play, sliding into the net. Good slide into second base for Lewis Foster. It is almost baseball season. We'll actually have our first baseball broadcast a week from tomorrow. For your Lawrence County fans, Neshannock Shenango at Bubba Kirkwood Field will be underway to start the spring sports season. Fun never ends here at lcsportsnet.com. We're glad to be able to bring you all the action as we go for our goal of 100 events here in our inaugural year, and we're pretty darn close. Williams sends this one in. Icing waved off. It'll be tracked down in the corner there by Hurton. Works his way up the far boards, and will get it into open ice. Tries to chip it into the offensive end now, and just barely does before he falls to the ice in an offsides position. Stanton absorbs a check from Keith. Keith winning that battle. Trying to send it up the ice again. That time it was Gusky. He fanned on a shot. So we're seeing players on both teams, a couple fan jobs here in the early going. We're down to 20 seconds remaining in the opening period. Good chip forward, trying to get in one last rush is Cecilia. Looks for a centering pass, finds a man there. It's Boniti, and it's going to be blockered away by Smiak. Another shot attempt trying to center it. 3 seconds remaining. Do they have one last chance? No, it'll be taken away by the Warriors. And that's how the first period comes to an end. 4 shots apiece. But it's a goal for Evan Stanton. The difference in this one at the end of one period. Foxes 1, Warriors 0. It's the 12U Minor Gold Championship here on LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Second period about to get underway. It's a 1-0 lead for the Arctic Foxes over the Cambria Warriors. The teams now switch sides and we get ready for the second period of play. 12 minutes on the clock. Again, 4 shots to 4. Cecilia the assist, Evan Stanton the goal. At about the 4:15 mark remaining in that opening period. That's the difference. And no surprise, the team with the most goals scored in the regular season, the one that puts the puck in the back of the net first. Reyna goes back defensively. Little flip trying to get it up to John Wright, able to do so. Took a deflection, but Wright able to corral it. He loses it. Reyna will clean up after him and dump this towards the net, where it's controlled there by Wilson of the Warriors. That's Andrew Wilson, works it up the far boards. Good job coming back defensively. Nathan Johnson, if he doesn't get that stick on it, it might be a breakaway opportunity for Cambria. Good pass across from Wright, but a better stick save, blocker save from Smiak. And then we're going to have a whistle as this one was hit by a high stick from Isabel King, and that's going to send the face-off all the way down into the Cambria offensive zone. A couple of great efforts, but so far Grady Smiak playing well in the net. 3 games, he's given up 1 goal in each of those games. Face-off tie-up 1, sent back, it's wristed towards the net, took a deflection, waiting on the doorstep was Levi Keith. Off the wrister from Wilson. Couldn't get it to go there. Mago's going to send one in, and it's sticked down by a defenseman. Shot in front, blocked away, and saved and covered up. Braylon Smith, a couple of big saves. These goaltenders, top of their game here this morning. One of the Fox's defensemen just tried to stick it down to block it, and ended up working like a good deflection in favor of Cambria on that play. Another tie-up on the draw, but this time controlled by the Foxes. Coming out there was Lewis Foster. And in the attacking zone now is Perrott. He loses an edge, goes down in a heap with Wilson. Sent down the length of the ice, and icing has been waved off. 10:32 remaining in the second period. And this one, again, towards the boards. Doesn't make it all for icing. This one off the side of the net. Perrott following his own shot and goes right into the goaltender. No harm there, as he was actually tripped up going into the goalie. Good flurry of offensive play here to start the second period. Hensel, a good job to get it up the ice. Now Mago with some speed ahead of the defense. His shot sticked away. Lutz got a piece of it on the way through. This one's going to be sent the length of the ice with the scrambling defense. Nice idea from Graff just to send it down. Now with 9:52 remaining in the second period, the icing call will send it back into the attacking zone. 5 saves apiece for Braylon Smith and Grady Smiak, who have both played fantastic hockey between the pipes so far this weekend, and again here, no surprise this morning. Jack Snyder on the near boards, goes to the ice, comes right back to his feet, able to chip it back and get it to a teammate. And then again, as the players cancel each other out, Keith's going to get to it. He'll send a wrister towards the net, blocker to pat it away, save away, and then second shot may have gotten a piece of the glove by Braylon Smith. Right in front, another shot towards the net, and covered up by Braylon Smith. Holy cow, what an incredible flurry that was offensively, and again, up to the challenge. With the pad, with the blocker, with the glove, and finally covering it up. Face-off one, Leo Cecilia towards the blue line. Jeffrey is able to keep it in the first time, but Fox is able to push it forward. They get it into the offensive zone with Beniti. Urena able to steal it away and gets it back out to center ice with 9:03 remaining in the second period. Centering pass, good stick coming back. Had the stick on the ice. Good job by Snyder to do so. His outlet pass was stolen away. Right in front, backhanded shot goes just wide. That was Stanton. He now battles in the corner right beneath us with Urena and Jeffrey. Now coming over to help is Cecilia. 3-on-2. Cecilia's going to get it. Actually with Stanton with the centering pass, but the only person there is Cabaza. So Cambry able to clear the zone. Good shot off the boards. Some pass to himself. And tries to center it in there. I believe that was Urena. Now coming the other way. Shot from Stanton, and he whiffed on it as Gormish comes over to help. Good job just keeping it at the blue line for a second. And now Mago is going to take it after stealing away from Benini. He's going to go with some speed. Backhanded shot. Paddled away. Actually may have gone off the side of the net. 8 minutes remaining in the second. Another offensive zone steal. That was Keith this time. And the only person there are the white jerseys of the Foxes, and they're just going to try to rip it down the ice. Icing is waved off as it took a deflection on the way through. I believe that was Isabel King who got her stick on it, and now sent back the other way, and this one will be an icing call with 7:39 remaining in this second period. The 8-seed Pittsburgh Yetis won in a shootout in the first game yesterday. These Cambria Warriors 2-1 in overtime in the second contest. The Arctic Foxes here, they have the 1-0 lead. The Foxes defeated State College 5-1 in the opening round, and Lawrence County Lightning a 4-0 shutout, setting up our semifinals yesterday. 4-1, Cambria defeated the Yetis, and 4-3, the Foxes beat the Lightning, setting up this championship game this morning. Everybody, the goal is to play here on Sunday. In the last game of your season. Now, a lot of these teams will have tournament games still going on after the competition today. But however, this one means a bunch to get one of those banners at your home rink and get one of those medals around your neck. Fox is bringing it towards center ice, slapped in deep by Brooks Crana. It'll wrap all the way around right beneath us. We'll be corralled by Horton. He'll send it right back around towards the far side. Craner right back there first. Gusky chips it up to Ring, trying to get it to Mago. Good job to stop it along the boards by King with the skate. Centering pass stolen away, but again, saved at the blue line, not once but twice by Nathan Johnson. Chipped forward there, able to get it to Craner. Craner, a little skip shot, bounces away. Great job to sweep it away at the paddle. Couldn't quite corral it with the glove. Could Skirmack. The awareness to use that right hand by Smiak and knock it away. Johnson pokes this one back away and gives it away, though, just as quickly. Horton to Mago, back to Horton, and the puck entered the zone in the offsides position, which gives each team a chance to make the long switch that they need here as they hit the midway point of this second period. Center ice face-off coming. Snyder and Perrott to do battle and canceled out. Perrott's going to be able to take it himself right into the offensive zone. Good job to shield him away from the puck, though, defensively for Cambria. That was Hensel, who now battles with Foster right here in the near boards. Hensel goes down to the ice, as does Foster. Urena able to clear the zone. 5:50 remaining. Turnover in the neutral zone. Urena will enter the attack. Shot from a sharp angle, and again, couldn't get the wood on it. How many missed shots have we seen here today? Chances galore for both teams that just have not been able to fully capitalize. Another great play from Snyder coming back. He's been all over the ice today. He cancels out and wipes out with Perrott. Asking for the puck on the far side there was Aiden Graff, but couldn't do anything to get to it. Now we have a whistle for an interference call, and it's going to go against Urena. Didn't play the puck. Second chance on the power play for the Foxes. Stanton with it, drops it off. Wrist shot goes off the skate of Stanton. Cameron's going to try to muscle their way forward, and Geyer's going to clean up as Wilson tried to fight through, lost it, but Geyer gets it the rest of the way back out to center ice. Wrist shot in on net from a long distance. Smiak doesn't know where it is. It's between the pads. Puck frozen. 5 minutes remaining in the second and 42 seconds remaining on the power play. It was right about this time in the first period. A turnover. Cecilia from behind the net finding Evan Stanton for our only goal of the game. Fox is trying to double that advantage here in the championship while on the man advantage. Wrist shot from a distance. Ended up deflecting off of a teammate. Nice shot on the wrister. Better save again with the blocker from Smiak. Geyer gets around Graff, short-handed, will get into the zone. Has a man in front. Shot is going to be directed wide. And it looks like we do have a delayed penalty call behind the play. So we're going to go back to even strength, 4-on-4 for about 15 seconds on a hooking call. So after the initial penalty against Urena, this one looks like it's going to go against Aiden Graff for the hook. So 4-on-4 hockey for 15 seconds, and then it will be a 45-second power play coming up for Cambria, who win the offensive draw. Good pass back to Mago, one-on-one, high shot blocked away. Then shot from behind the net, trying to put it off of the back of the goaltender was Mago. But Braylon Smith keeps this a 1-0 game. 4:21 remaining in the second. 4 seconds remaining on 4-on-4 before the power play will go over to Cambria. Warriors again win the draw with Mago. Back to the blue line. Slappered back in. Now the man advantage begins. To the point. This one takes a deflection and goes wide. Warriors on the power play for another 33 seconds. Still in the attacking zone. Give and go, try to get it back to Mago. Wasn't quite on the same page. Gets it right back to him again. Here's a slapper from distance that's blocked. Centering pass goes right through the crease, and another opportunity. Puck just sitting right there on the side of the net before it's taken by a defenseman. And trying to get it out of danger is Beniti. And a little nifty skating and stick handling, able to get it all the way to center ice. Down to 10 seconds on the power play now, 3:30 remaining in the period. McGo with one last chance, gets around a couple of defenders, goes in with the wrister, blocked away. Both teams now 0 for 2 on the power play. Chances still coming possibly here as it goes to the middle for Urena off the pass from McGo. Nothing doing. And back to center ice, and we'll have a whistle and a stoppage of play with 3:17 remaining. What a flurry of activity that was. Now 7 saves for Gary Smiak, 10 saves on the other end for Braylon Smith. Again, this Foxes team scored the most goals and allowed the fewest goals. And they end up losing the tiebreaker with the exact same record as the South Hills Panthers. Got the 2 seed instead of the 1, but they have still made it to the championship game. Trying to work his way around a teammate there was Crana. Excuse me, that was Reyna. You have Reyna and Crana on this Foxes team. He sent it back in while the player was in the offsides position. Fox is winning it forward, trying to plow forward. This time is Crana. No, yeah, you got them both on the same line right now, Coach. Good job to wait for it. Allow players to check back up and then dump it into the corner and try to establish the forecheck. Jeffrey to Waddle to Snyder to try to get it out of the zone. They're able to do so. Ring tried to cut it back inside, but in a good defensive position there was Nathan Johnson to steal it back away for the Foxes. Now coming with speed. That's Brooks Crana behind the net. Centering pass. Took a deflection off of a defender, but goes wide. Now a centering opportunity from right. Deflected away. Ring can't exit the zone, and now finally it is as Jeffries knocks it towards center ice. Waddell. Bodies flying everywhere. Snyder goes to the ice. Back to center ice we go with 2:05 remaining in this second period. Snyder, none too pleased right now at the number of times he's been knocked down to the ice. Wright's going to get a steal off of Jeffrey's outlet attempt. Perot right in front, tries to go glove side low, knocked away, and now we're going to have a whistle or delayed penalty coming up, as I believe we're going to have goalie interference. Perot went right after Smiak trying to get the rebound. Centering pass, it's chipped up and in! Over the top! Damian Waddle is going to get credit for the goal. It was a 5-on-5. There was a delayed penalty. They couldn't get the extra attacker on the ice, but they didn't need it. With 1:36 remaining, the equalizer. This right in front kind of chipped it up over the top. And we're tied. So nobody to the box as it was a delayed penalty when the goal happened. Minute 30 remaining in this second period, tied at 1. Good keep by Horton at the blue line to begin with. And a nice poke to knock it free. Sent cross ice. Bishop Lutz is going to retreat back behind his own net, wait for some help. Comes back near side, that's Foster. Foster tries to get it out of the zone. McGo says no way. Dump it back in. Extend the shift for the Foxes defense. Nifty skating here though and single-handedly getting it out of the zone. This time is Lutz. Forward looking for Foster. Chipped back down, that's Hoffman. He puts it off the near post. Again sent in, flutters up into, and it's right on the goal line, and it is not in before Smiak covers it up. Great job to fall back on it. Foster tried to poke it in at the last second, and Smiak, in the process of covering it up, actually got the stick caught in the glove. Scrambling Smiak, with just 26 seconds remaining in the period, keeps us tied at 1. Crazy shot that went off his chest first and then fluttered around. Good job to find the puck, and it was right on the goal line. Puck has to be fully across to get the goal. Urena plows through a couple of defenders to get into the zone. We're down to 15 seconds remaining. Chipped forward, and good job to poke it out to center ice there. That was Beniti who did the duties. 5 seconds remaining. Fighting in front of the benches, we see bodies flying again. Cambria asking for a penalty. They're not going to get one, but they do have the equalizer. 1-1 your score as we will head to the third period. Don't go anywhere, folks. 12U Minor Gold championship game. PAHL playoffs only here on Lawrence County Sportsnet, powered by LCAP. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
12 minutes on the clock, third period about to get underway. Shots at 11-10 in favor of Cambria. They got the late equalizer in that second period. 2 versus 5 in this championship game, and the contact has definitely increased over the course of this one. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. Here's a 2-on-2 battle in the corner to begin the third period. If we remain tied at the end of the third, we'll have overtime periods, 5-on-5 and then a 4-on-4. And then hopefully we don't get there, but if it comes down to it, the dreaded shootout. Nice pass off the boards, heading to the zone for Cambria. Wrist shot from an angle is going to be gloved aside by Smith. Was Keefe on the offering. Puck goes right in front. Reyna, it's in on the rebound! It's in on the rebound for Ring! Michael Ring! On the doorstep, pokes it over the blocker. It's a 2-1 lead for the 5 seed Cambria Warriors. Now, how will the Foxes respond? Again, one of the top scoring teams all year long. Cambria wants to add to their lead. Ring in there again. This one unable to get it to the front. He was trying to find Keefe. All momentum on the side of the Warriors with 2 goals in about 2.5 minutes of game time. Keefe gets the turnover, pokes it away from Graff. Good job by Lutz to come sliding into the ice. Here's a long shot from a go. It's going to be wrapped around. And a deflection in front by Keefe, and Smith smothered by Braylon Smith. 10:33 remaining. A flurry of activity yet again. Smith has played extremely well with now 11 saves. But the Warriors have been able to punch 2 by. Weddle and Ring with the 2 goals. Held in at the blue line just barely by Jeffrey. Got tangled up there with Lewis Foster. Back towards the blue line again and held by the defense of the Warriors. This one just barely trickles wide with some assistance from Smith. Another save by Jeffries at the blue line and saves it twice. Still in the offensive zone. Taylor able to clear the puck with some help from Anthony Perrott into the attacking zone. Nifty shot there. We're going to have a delayed penalty call again as getting tripped up on the play was the Cambria attacker. I believe that was Foster who got tripped up. And we will have another power play coming up for the Foxes with a chance to tie it back up. 9:55 remaining. Right now there's still 5 players on the ice here. Now they will get that final player off for the trip. And it was Dylan Jeffries who will pick up the 2-minute minor for tripping. 1-minute minor, excuse me. Cecilia in the face-off circle. 3 goals in the morning yesterday. He wins the face-off, wristed back, and glove save and a beauty. Made by Grady Smiak. I believe that was Nathan Johnson with the wrist shot on that one. He's again right behind Cecilia for this draw. Another one won by Cecilia. Wrister this time in by Graff. Goes over everybody and was untouched. So that'll mean the faceoff will come back out into the neutral zone with 9:44 remaining and still 49 seconds remaining on this power play. Cecilia now has won 3 straight draws for the Foxes. Quickly back into the attacking zone. They get it up to Beniti. Canceled out and back to center ice. Good defensive play. They're going back. I believe that was Hansel. Wrapped around the boards. Graff pinches down. Centering pass. Slapper on the way from Beniti. Goes wide. Wraparound attempt. Great centering pass. Another opportunity maybe. Back out to Graff. Body's flying in front. This one deflects wide. I believe it went off the skate of Cecilia. He's sitting in front of the net looking for a pass. Canceled out there by Keefe as they fight behind the net. Chip towards the corner. Benini cycles it back around. Stanton giving chase. Looks towards the center. His centering pass deflected right back to him. Couldn't get a great center on there, and the man advantage is over. Still in the zone, though. Benini will have a slapper deflected off the mark. 0 for 3 on the power play. They've had 1 attempt in every period, have the Foxes, but still trail now by 1. Evan Stanton scored the first goal for the Foxes, but it's been 2 goals in response from the Cambria Warriors as this one's whistled for an offsides. Damian Weddle at the 1:36 mark remaining in the second period, and just 43 seconds into the third. On the rebound, Michael Ring, with right now would be the game winner. Still 8.5 minutes to play here, though, before we decide who the 12U champ will be. John Wright punches that one forward. He had 2 goals in the first quarterfinal game. Does he have a little magic in him, maybe? He cancels out with Ring there. Towards the blue line. Good job by McGo to keep that one in. Stops it again from going up the boards from Isabel King. Now she'll push forward and skate this towards center ice herself. Dispossessed. And the puck is going to make its way into the zone after King lost it. It still trickled forward. No delayed offsides here in the youth game. One of the many rules variations that officials, players, fans, coaches, broadcasters, all the above have to get used to and be able to adjust from one game to the next, one league to the next even. Puck dropped. And pushing straight forward is the centerman for Cambria. It's McGo again. He's been all over the ice. This one sent ahead, and it's going to be out of the reach of Gusky. Gusky was going back defensively. I believe it was Perrott who was initially flying up the ice and then put on the brakes is not on the same page. Mago cancels out, wins the draw, fluttered towards the net and blocked away by the defenseman Lutz, who will wrap it back around the boards. Graff will give chase there with 7:30 remaining. Clears the center ice to Perrott. Perrott works it forward to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to battle through. Still in control. Shot just out of the reach of the glove of Smiak. Great effort there from Foster. Couldn't get it to go. Icing waved off here as players giving chase beneath us. Graff gets there first, battling with Keith. Now Ring versus Lutz in the far boards. Lutz turns, tries to clear, but still in the zone. Good pass to the middle. Extra pass coming down. How about Hoffman coming back with the stick defensively to take it away before Keith can get a shot on it. Graff, Foster, now work their way into the attacking zone. Foster dispossessed. Hoffman tries to chip it towards the net once, twice. Still fighting forward, and now Smiak will cover it. With 6:44 remaining. I have 12 saves apiece now for Grady Smiak and Braylon Smith. Rister from the point, blocked down. That was blocked by Snyder. And now chipped in the attacking zone. We're giving chase there for the Foxes will be Abby Taylor. Taylor back to center ice, corralled there by Cambria. They'll try to dump it back in, but canceled out there is Stanton, who has the lone Foxes goal today. 6:15 remaining. Interception in the corner, Cecilia. Centering pass right in front. It's in the net. Beniti from Cecilia. We're tied with 6:08 remaining. Ten goals in the regular season. The equalizer here for Ian Beniti. And both goals set up by passes from behind the net from Leo Cecilia. We got a game. And still 6 minutes in regulation to try to find what would be a golden goal. Beniti able to use the skates to kick it up. This one hits off the sanctions in the Foxes bench. It'll be a center ice face-off. Stanton and Beniti with bookend goals for the Foxes, both assisted by Cecilia. The two Cambria, goals. Weddle and Ring. Johnson skates forward. That's Nathan Johnson. Wright got it all the way to the attacking zone. Checks back up as Johnson sends it back in again. Is basically playing catch. Now Johnson has to wait as Wright had lost his edge in front of the opposing bench. Had to get back on side before they could send it in deep. You don't want any of those intentional offsides calls either that can really change ice position. Interception. Reyna tries to put one on net. Good stick. I believe that was Hensel who got a piece of it. Now in front, and where's the puck? It's in between the pads again. How many times have we seen Smiak get it lost in the pads? But he keeps it a 2-2 game. Team's trying to light up the goal post one more time. Turn on that lamp one final time. To the center, no one saw where it was. King got a piece of it. Shot on net from Smiak, blocked away. As King put it on net, and that second attempt hit wide from Brooks Crana. Reyna able to enter the zone in an onside position. Chip towards the net, blocker to side by Smiak. Johnson slaps it back to the corner, and it's going to be wristed back, trying to get it out of play, but it goes straight into the Cambria bench, and we'll have, again, a moment's pause at the 4:38 mark. We thank everybody watching at lcsportsnet.com. It's been an exciting championship game here this morning. Tied at 2. The next goal could likely be the deciding factor. 3-on-2 battle right in front of the Cambria bench. Won by Cambria, but still stays in the attacking zone. And now risked at the length of the ice. Will this be an icing call? Yes, it will. Now, it's a game of 3 periods, but it really has felt about that way. First period and beginning of the second period, a lot of advantage to the Foxes. Probably the last 5 minutes of the second period and the first 5 minutes of the third period, all in favor of the Warriors. Now an equalizer and a big battle in front. Where's the puck? Still loose amongst a huge number of bodies, and skating out with it will be the Warriors. Urena sticked off the puck by Lutz. Graf tried to wrist it out and lost possession of it. Now Lutz will leave it off for Perrott. So he looks to skate up and will pass it up out of the zone. He got it up there to Foster. Back in, but could not check up onside in time was Geyer. We're down to 3:43 remaining. Again, if we are tied at the end of regulation, we will have a 5-minute overtime period. They will do that twice. And hopefully don't have to go to a shootout. Stanton tried to send that one deep, but it's blocked in front. Goes right to the legs of a Cambria player. Ring was looking for it, and it was right at his skates. That allowed Lutz to steal it away. He skates in, tried to drop it off for a defenseman, but was dispossessed there. Now Ring coming with speed the other way, looking for some help. Centering pass with the backhand. Lutz with the skate on the ice, waiting for it. Good call on the back pass to get it back to Graf, and out of the zone on the pass to Stanton. Off the boards, off the glass. Ring with the centering pass, again swept away. Lutz playing well in the defensive end. Bonini chips it back out, and now sent right back in by the Cambria offense. 3 minutes to play. Ring steals it. He'll risk one towards the net. Deflected aside by Bishop Lutz. Bonini try to work it up the ice. Pass, didn't get all of it. And Cecilia is going to help usher it to center ice and try to chip it in, and it got deflected. So as a result, we have an offsides call. As coming with speed were the Arctic Foxes, just a little bit too quick after the deflection. And after a weekend of hockey, how are the legs feeling for any of these players? To center ice, Abigail Taylor chips it into the zone. Good save momentarily by King at the blue line, but couldn't keep it in and then dumped it back in. So offsides call with 2:25 remaining now. Shots at 14-13 in favor of Cambria. This one slapped the length of the ice, and another icing call. So as soon as I say that we've had good flow of the games here, all of a sudden many offsides and icings, and I think if there's any potential of an odd man rush or there's any danger whatsoever, teams aren't going to be afraid to try to send it the length of the ice. Ends up back at the feet of King off the draw. Wright tries to put it to the center. Backhanded swiping attempt. Bodies flying all over. Puck still loose in front. Wright with the shot. Smiak with another huge save. Wright still with it now behind the net. 4 players for Cambria behind the net defensively, but Wright's going to win the battle. Trying to look for a centering pass. Waiting on the doorstep there is Crana. Puck couldn't get to him. We're down to 1:45 remaining. Held at the blue line there by Cole Williams, and it deflects up and out of play. And again, everybody will catch their breath for a moment. And we are, I believe, going to have a Pontius Insurance timeout call with 1:43 remaining. Gives us a perfect chance to give a special thanks to the Lawrence County Sportsnet team, everybody that we've had with us throughout the course of the year. You to go check out the Crane Room for lunch after this one. After the timeout, face off won by Camry, but goes right back to Perrot's skates. Shot in from Hoffman, took a deflection. Can they get it out with Gusky? 3 players on each side battling right at the blue line, trying to keep it in. That's a 1.4 Foxes over there. Gusky able to get it back out and sent in. No icing here. Urena fighting with Reyna. Reyna able to poke it off the boards to himself. McGuff, good job to stick it back down on that lofted pass. Keeps it in the zone. Still fighting as McGo. Knocked away from him. Back out to center ice and unable to keep it in. Or keep it out of the zone, really, by McGo before the teammates could all check up. 1:03 remaining. I like that timeout, by the way, from Coach Page, just to say, let's get a quick rest before we'll probably go this last minute plus with your top line out there. 1 minute to play in regulation. Both teams put their top 5 out there. Johnson behind the net, battling with Urena. Graff comes over to help. He goes up the boards to Stanton. Past Stanton sticks, but it does leave the zone. Dumped right back in, but apparently not on the right time. Ring couldn't get back in time. Bonini trying to petition for a offensive zone face-off, but it will be center ice with 35 seconds remaining. Cecilia tries to win the draw forward, but instead it's Cambry who's going to come with speed. Rister goes wide from McGo. Puck underneath fallen player. Cecilia was on the ice. Bonini able to chip it up over him and to center ice. We're down to 15 seconds remaining. Stanton with 10 remaining. Gusky clears it back to center ice. 5 seconds. One last centering effort. Cecilia blocked away. Great sprawling effort to keep this a 2-2 game. And why not, folks? In the championship, we're going to overtime. We'll have it when we return to PAHL Minor Gold Championship game for the 12U tournament here at lcsportsnet.com. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Teams getting their final instructions from the coaches. 36 minutes, not enough. They switch sides and overtime will begin with 5 minutes on the clock. How did we get here? An Evan Stanton goal midway through the first period made it 1-0 Foxes early. A goal late in the second period from Damian Weddle of the Cambria Warriors made it 1-1, and just 43 seconds into the third period, Michael Ring made it a 2-1 advantage for Cambria. All right, at the midway point of that final period, another Cecilia assist, this time Ian Beniti with the goal. That brings us here, tied at 2, starting the overtime period. This one chipped towards the middle and chipped to the corner. Craner got his stick on it first. Now Wright having to give chase as Cambria able to exit the zone. I think that was Wilson who chipped it up forward. Pass behind Urena as Gusky tried to find him. It's also the longer shift, or the longer change, I should say, in this first overtime period. With the attacking zones near your offensive bench, your defensive zone far away from the bench. So if you're a coaching staff, you're talking about making clean line changes, making sure that you're not getting caught trying to go to the bench. Straight into the zone goes Lutz. Little wrister shoveled aside yet again. That little stick swipe has been clutch all game for Smiak. And now Graff recollects at center ice. 4 minutes remaining in overtime. Lutz sends it across the boards, looking for Aiden Graff. Good outlet right to the blue line. Hoffman actually lost it for a moment. Now finally does get it out to center ice. Can't stop by McGo, and taking away there, I believe that's Abby Taylor. It's actually, no, check, that was Farrat. Farrat, 68, not 66. Farrat goes down to the ice hard, hit his head. He's still down on the ice behind the play, and now we'll have the whistle. Your Arctic Foxes are not pleased as Farrat went down hard. What Coach Joe Crana is trying to say from the bench is thought it was a slew foot. It came from behind and took the skate out. We're both looking down the ice. Just saw the end result of Perrott going down to the ice. 3:30 remaining in overtime. Keith went in the zone. Nifty moves forward, pass right through the legs as he was trying to find a teammate. I believe that was Geyer who was down there. Now Cecilia will take it behind his own net. He's got 2 assists from behind the attacking net. And again, bodies flying, bodies on the ground. Slow to get up in the corner. Now finally getting to his feet is Cambria, but they still have possession. Risker from a long distance. Blocked away by the defense. Back out to the point. Shot pass towards the side, canceled out. Cecilia tries to work his way around. Officials is trying to get out of the way. 2:45 remaining, and the Foxes clear the zone. Stanton loses his edge. Goes right past him. Hensel trying to clear it back up the ice. Good job, Gormish, to knock it back up. Geyer fighting. Geyer into the zone. Taken there by Taylor. Abigail Taylor behind the net. Skating with some speed. Fighting forward, canceled out on those far boards with 2:15 remaining. Won by Cambria. Good job to kick it away defensively there by Cole Williams. Around the boards it goes. Evan Stanton will try to clear the zone. Ice getting choppy now. Isabel King enters the zone. Good job coming over by Hensel. Here's the long change opportunity. McGo comes right off the bench. Does he have any help with him? He tries to go with the one hand. Shot at the post and in! Another game winner in overtime! Tegan McGo! 3-2, your final in overtime. Won by the Cambria Warriors. What an incredible championship game, and it was. It was a long change off the bench. McGo coming off the bench himself with speed. Fox is having to come and recover. And what a great play with the one hand. The strength with the one hand as a 12-year-old. To poke it into the corner off the post and in for your game winner, 3-2. Your final here from Hess Ice Rink. Cambria Warriors are the 12U champions for the minor gold division. We'll step aside for a moment and come back with the post-game show and give out some awards as they get on some awards on the ice as well. Cambria, your champions here in the Lawrence County Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Cambria Warriors posing for their championship photo, victorious in overtime, 3-2. And look out, Trey McGuh, because there's someone else in the family getting it done in the Pittsburgh area. Trey's younger brother, Trey plays for the Pirates. Younger brother Tegan had the game winner in the first round in overtime. Does it again with the golden goal to get the gold medals for Cambria. 3-2 your final score here from Hess Ice Arena. With that, let's get right into our post-game show. We'll start with our Melee Chiropractic play of the game, and we're going to give it, it was near the end of the second period, and to maintain the close game that it was, I believe it was right after the tying goal scored by Cambria late in that period. We're going to give it to the big save made, the sprawling effort by Grady Smiak, diving back with the puck on the goal line to be able to get the save. That's our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Thanks to Melee Chiropractic, and visit them online, MAHLE chiropractic.com. That save, like Melee Chiropractic, keeping you in the game. That save kept Cambria in the game at that point. 2 goals, just 2.5 minutes apart, tied up. Ian Biondi had the tying goal midway through the third period to tie it back up for the Arctic Foxes, but then Tegan McGo getting it done in overtime, making a living that way, it feels like. The 5-seed Cambria Warriors victorious here today. We got to come up with some LCAP 3 stars of the game here as well. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be tough to come up with, but we'll go like this. We'll give the third star with a pair of assists and just all over the ice was Leo Cecilia in a losing effort today for the Foxes. We'll give him the third star. Goals scored by Evan Stanton and Ian Biondi for the Foxes today. Number 2 star, we're going to give it to Grady Smiak. Ended up with 15 saves in the game, a couple of spectacular saves to keep his team in it throughout the whole game. The game winner, Tegan McGough, as your LCAP number 1 star of the game. Damian Waddle and Michael Ring getting the other 2 goals here today for the Cambria Warriors, who skate in celebration out here on the ice at Hess Ice Rink. Thanks again to everybody here at Hess for helping us put on this show today at lcsportsnet.com. First time ever hosting any of the PAHL playoffs. The celebration will continue. You can come back and watch this and any of the games from the PAHL 12U tournament from this weekend. Is coming right back here to lcsportsnet.com. Thanks to everybody who's been involved this weekend. Bob Workwith, Lee Moan, Jay Moan, Dom Summers, and here today, Rob Nattell. For everyone here at LC Sportsnet, I'm James Dotson signing off. 3-2, Cambria Warriors victorious over the Arctic Foxes in the PAHL 12U Minor Gold Championship game. Congratulations to the Warriors. Glad we could bring it to you on the Lawrence County Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.